Tick-tock, in the time it took you to breathe, you just died to your past self. Are you ready to meet who's left? The divine paradox of the sand, why time is God's greatest mercy. We treat time like a thief. We watch the wrinkles map out our history, the gray hairs silvering our temples, and the stamina of our youth evaporating like morning mist, and we mourn. We feel cheated. But for the follower of Christ, time isn't a predator, it is a master sculptor. The viral video, How Time Changes Everyone, 7 Shocking Life Lessons, hits a universal nerve because it exposes the one thing we cannot negotiate, our own transience. However, when we view these lessons through the lens of the cross, they stop being shocking and start being transformative. Here is why time is not your enemy, but the very forge of your sanctity. 1. The death of the ego, the first shock. The video reminds us that we are not the same people we were 10 years ago. Biologically, mentally, and socially, the you of the past is gone. In Catholic theology, this is the daily invitation to metanoia. St. Paul didn't just have a bad day on the road to Damascus, he had a total collapse of his former identity. Time forces us to realize that our self-made pillars are made of sand. When time strips away your titles, your looks, or your influence, it isn't punishing you, it is peeling back the layers of your ego to find the soul that God actually knows. As we diminish, He increases. 2. The weight of later. One of the most sobering lessons is that the window for certain opportunities doesn't just close, it vanishes. We live in a culture of someday. Someday I'll forgive. Someday I'll pray more. Someday I'll be the parent my kids deserve. But the church speaks of the nunc, the now. In the Hail Mary, we pray for 2 specific moments, now and at the hour of our death. Why? Because those are the only 2 moments that actually exist. Time teaches us that holiness is a matter of urgency. You cannot schedule a conversion for your 85th birthday. Love is a debt that must be paid in the present tense. 3. The grace of fading beauty. The world screams that aging is a tragedy to be hidden with filters and fillers. Time shocks us by showing us that our physical prime is a blink of an eye. But Catholicism offers a radical counter-narrative. The soul has no wrinkles. St. John Paul II, in his later years, became a living icon of this truth. As his body became a prison of Parkinson's, his spirit became a cathedral. Time changes our exterior so that we are forced to invest in our interior. If your beauty is based on your reflection of time, time will destroy you. If your beauty is based on your reflection of Christ, time only makes you more radiant. 4. The sifting of friendships. The video highlights the shock of how people drift away. We lose friends to distance, disagreements, and death. It feels like a betrayal of the heart. Yet Christ himself experienced the ultimate thinning of the ranks. At the Garden of Gethsemane, he had 3. At the cross, he had 1. Time sifts our relationships to show us what is eternal. It teaches us that while human companionship is a gift, God is the only anchor that doesn't drag. This sifting isn't meant to make us cynical, it's meant to make us intentional. It teaches us to love people as they are, temporary travelers, while holding on to the hand that never lets go. 5. The illusion of control. We spend the first half of our lives trying to bend the world to our will. We plan, we hustle, we build. Then time throws a shocking curveball, a health crisis, a market crash, a family tragedy. This is the lesson of the desert. Time humbles us until we finally realize we aren't the directors of the movie. We are characters in a divine play. Surrender is not defeat, it is the highest form of maturity. The older we get, the more "Thy will be done" becomes a relief rather than a chore. 6. the value of suffering. Time proves that the things we once thought would kill us actually made us. Those 7 shocking lessons often stem from pain. In the Catholic tradition, we don't waste our pain, we offer it up. Time allows us to look back at our scars and see them as badges of resilience. We see that God was writing straight with crooked lines. What felt like a shock 10 years ago is now revealed as a necessary pruning. Without the passage of time, we would never see the fruit of our endurance. 7. The Great Homecoming. The final lesson of time is the most shocking of all. We were never meant to stay here. The world views the end of time as the end. The Catholic views it as the beginning. Every passing second is not a step away from life, but a step toward the source of life. If time is changing you, let it change you into someone who recognizes the face of God. We are pilgrims, not residents. The shock of aging is simply the soul getting restless for its true home. We are like ships being pulled by an invisible tide towards a shore we can't yet see, but whose salt we can already smell on the breeze. The verdict? Don't just watch time, use it. If you watched that video and felt a pit in your stomach, that's your soul telling you that you were made for eternity. Time is the currency of your life. You can spend it on distractions that will rot, or you can invest it in the shocking pursuit of becoming a saint. Don't let another hour slip through your fingers without a purpose. Turn your lessons into liturgies. Let the changes of time drive you deeper into the unchanging God. Life is short, eternity is long. Choose wisely. Did this perspective change how you see your own journey? If you want to dive deeper into finding God in the chaos of daily life, hit that subscribe button and join our community of seekers. Let's walk the narrow path together.